Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this video where we're going to go ahead and build a very simple normal map here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and build some basic panels. This is very easy to create, and typically in the past when or at least not so far beyond in the past, we would have to model those and then bake those out. But Quixel Suite makes this real simple, real easy, and so let's go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and set up a project how we have done before. So I'm going to go ahead and choose Endo, launch new project, and then I'm just going to go ahead and 2048 is going to be perfectly fine. I have no mesh. I'm going to go ahead and drop this texture to the desktop. Now when we drop this text to the desktop, it actually doesn't create any files until we save. It's just a location in which we're going to set the default location for them to be saved. So let's go ahead and press OK. And you see I have these grids. I'm actually going to keep these on for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and choose the rectangle selection tool, and I'm just going to go ahead and start creating random selections here. Just like so. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do it one by one. So here's going to be the first panel. I'm going to go ahead and choose and go ahead and do that. And once we generate that, I'm just going to turn off the grid here for a moment, and we just need to check something. So there we go. So it looks like it's generated outside. That's not really what we want. So let's go ahead and we're going to keep these off actually. So I'm going to go ahead and do something like this. I'm going to generate that. And once I've done that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to be grooves. I'm going to go ahead and set the height. And I'm going to set this to be down. So this is actually going to be protruding downwards. Something like this. Maybe not so strong. And once I've done that, I'm just going to go ahead and drag that into the corner. Sorry. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate these around. And because this is a non-destructive process, what we can actually do is go to transform, scale, and just scale these to however we'd like. You see it's actually retaining the information for us. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this different places. It shouldn't take too long here. So transform, scale, and we can basically just make these as big and as small as we want. It doesn't really matter. So this is a very quick, as you can see, this is a very quick and very easy way of doing something like this. I'm just going to zoom out here so I can select this piece right below or right at the bottom here. I'm going to drag this all the way over here. Do something like this, and so now we can see what we actually got here. Now if we go ahead and choose 3D, as I said, I don't have the real estate space to actually bring this onto a second screen, but at least we can see what's going on here. So I'm going to go ahead and press L, sorry, not L, the left shift key and left click, and we can move this around. Now you can see that these are actually protruding inwards, and that's perfectly fine. That's what we want. Let's go ahead and choose this to a flat panel. And so we can see that now we have these panels that are going inwards, and these are now perfectly tileable, so we can tile these all around. So we have these basic panels set up. What we're going to go ahead and do now is look at how we can generate or convert images into textures. So before we do that, and what I want to do is I want to show you how to save memory here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to select each one of these layers, and if you want you can also name these so it's a little easier to manage, but we're going to go ahead and choose this one that says toggle zip mode. So if we go ahead and click this, it's going to go ahead and zip all that information up into one, and it's just going to make it much easier. So if let's just select both of these. Actually, we don't need to select both of these. We can actually delete this one because this is a blank layer. And so you see it just basically zips all that information up into one piece, and that makes it really easy for us to manage. Now, once we've done that, we'd have to go ahead and choose create or sculpt a new layer here in order for us to continue to build. So with that said, I'd like to end this video right here, and I would like to see you I will see you in the next video, where we're going to go ahead and we're going to generate normal information from an image to place finer detail here. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.